two exciting clubs that recruited well last year and have reinforced their lineups even more for this particular conference, get entangled in tonight's main game. First-time podium finisher Zeus Coffee faces a young but seasoned Capital1 team that's eager to go deep into this All-Filipino conference. Expects exuberance and energy as two teams eyeing for a good start, engaged in the heart of volleyball. And as our OBB presents, the stars have descended once more at this arena. Star talaga eh. No? Ayla Castillo is over there. Ayala Estraniero is with us. Should be a good one here today.
I mean, it's just day 2 of PVL, Seb, but two teams, young teams, very excited to continue their momentum from last year. They definitely want to start on a high note in their quest for a podium finish.
Okay, it is Zeus against Capital1. That's going to be a delicious one. But first things first, Kyla will give us some reports later on. But let's go through the format. You did this last time. I'm sure you can do it again easily.
There's a new tournament format for this year's All-Filipino Conference. In the preliminary round, 10 teams will battle it out in a single round-robin format. Again, rankings will be important because moving into the qualifying round, there are two possible scenarios. If there is no sweep, it's 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. Winners move on to the semis. But if a team sweeps the preliminaries, they go straight to the semis, and rank 2 and 3 will battle for the second slot in the semis. But for rank 5 and 10 and the losing teams of the qualifying round, they still have a chance via the play-in. It is going to be a step ladder format. They will be divided into 2 groups, so only 2 teams will move forward to the semis from the play-in round. And in the semifinals, this is where the 4 teams, 2 teams from the qualifying round and 2 teams from the play-ins will play another single round-robin format. And the top 2 teams will move forward to the finals. The bottom 2 teams will play for the battle for bronze. And both finals and battle for bronze will be a best of 3 series. So a long tournament format means a long conference. So health and consistency will matter the most for all the teams.
Ang motif natin this year is the universe and the space. So that's why we are blue and kind of dark and a little gold along the way for streaks. And that's our tournament format. PVL doing that extremely well. Para recorded. Let's talk about the first team, Zeus Coffee. They're definitely thrilled. They got into the championship. I'm sure they want more.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they did history last reinforced conference, as you mentioned. First podium finish, first finals appearance, and they have always been a team that consistently improves in each conference. They may have lost the finals, but they are coming in with a core lineup and with more confidence, definitely with all the experiences. And hindi lang yun, they have key additions and Rachel Andakis and G-Side, an experienced and mature player that will blend well with the youth of Zeus Coffee.
And we will see that lineup shown to you later. Kyla Castillo was able to visit Zeus Coffee. And what's the buzz with the Thunderbells?
Well, Sir Seven Ayel, let me be the first one to tell you, Zeus Coffee, they are brewing something bold. Because after their historic run in 2025, they're no longer just happy to be here. They are entering the sport today with a goal to dominate. And as Flo Mondoñedo puts it, what we saw of Zeus last year, patikim pa lang yon. Because of course, while they're acknowledging na malaking kawalan si Ana Devere, of course, buo pa rin yung kumpiyansa nila na they have the key players that could fill up that role. And ang pinakamahalaga is their mentality, their chemistry within the team, even with the arrival, of course, of Gonzakis that made headline, hindi ba? And I was also able to talk to Rachel and of course Jogs, who told me that apart from all the physical skills that they can contribute to the team, it's also really the experience and the character building moments that will be heavily given to these young players. And of course, Gonzakis made the headline, but I think it's also important that we shed light on the players that are quite quiet, but they make the plays that usually win those matches. And so let's hear from what Ren Peñafiel and Ces Robles had to say as they made the move.
Hi, I'm Ces Robles. I'm Ren Peñafiel, and now I'm with Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. Para sa akin,
wala akong alam sa team na to eh. So dito sa ZUS, parang bago siya para sa akin. And isa din yon mga ate. Like Ate Jov, isa din talaga sila na nagpayas din sa akin.
Unang day ko na pumasok sa team na to, very excited ako and yung eagerness na matuto rin sa bagong sistema po ulit. For me, sobrang laking pinagbago ng journey from start na short yung ride with the past team. Ngayon, another opportunity siya to grow sa career ko and to enjoy yung process with improving yung kung anong meron pang kayang improve sa career ko.
Big adjustment to sa life ko. At the same time, masaya ako kasi binigyan ako ni Lord ng another challenge and another opportunity na makasama sa ibang tao at may learnings pa.
Goal ko talaga sa team na to is enjoy the process and enjoy yung journey na meron ako sa kanila.
Bigay ko kung ano man meron ako and makaka-help ako sa team na dalhin sila na maging champion.
New moves, new teams. Rachel Andakis has a new hairdo. And I don't know.
A lot of new things this conference.
Alam naman si Rachel, pagka bago ang season, sige lang. Okay. Samantala, lipat tayo, mamaya pag-usapan. Ayan. Nahuli ni Direk Alneri ang bagong do ni Rachel Andakis. Okay. Pag-usapan naman natin yung kabilang panig. Si Bella Belen, of course, will be the center of attention, the cynosure for this CAPITAL1 team, and understandably so.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. There was so much hype and excitement with the entry of Bella Belen in the pros last year, and she again proved that she is a force to be reckoned with, finishing as the third best local scorer in the Reinforced Conference, just next to Davison and Brooke Van Sickle. That's how high scoring she is as a player. So as you mentioned, that she will be in the forefront of CAPITAL1's offense and even defense. But the good thing for this conference, CAPITAL1 has a lot of new additions, and it will be exciting who will help Bella Belen the most this conference.
Quite noteworthy, Roma Doromal will not be around as libero. We'll get to that story later on. And now, what did you learn about CAPITAL1, Carla?
Well, first things first, no, Sir Seven Ayel. It's true, all eyes since last year have been on Bella Belen. But as they say, it takes a village, to raise a child, to make a team, to make a competitive one, and to win games. Well, during the off-season, CAPITAL1 just did just that with their additions, of course, of Pauline Gaston, Sherry Nunag, Nabor, and many more. One could say that they really stacked up their bench, and of course, Bella Belen couldn't be happier. Now, one might wonder, of course, may nagbago ba in terms of her mindset, approach, gumaan ba yung load? But for Bella, wala. If anything, this quote-unquote help ay nag-amplify lang, mas pinatindi lang yung mission niya. It just reaffirmed her that they are on the right path.
Yep, at naging available ang mga player na ito. Sige, kunin natin. Ikaw na, diretso mo na hanggang dulo to.
Yes, and since the PVL is back, so is the Filipinas Live poll question of the day. If you scroll right below your stream, you will see our exclusive question for you. And today we are asking, which former top pick will push her team to the win? Will it be number 3, Dea Gagate of Zeus Coffee, or will it be number 4, Micaela Belen of the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers? Let us know your thoughts online. Just use the hashtag PVL2026.
Pag hindi na natin patatagalin to, i-serve na natin in just a short one. Sarap naman ito. Kape! At saka CAPITAL1's from the solar system straight into your living rooms here in the heart of volleyball. Don't go too far away.
PVL fans, welcome back to the Playtime Phil Oil Center in San Juan. This is the 2026 All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is match number 4 of the preliminary round, the matchup between the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells and their opponents, the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Introducing the 2 referees officiating this match. Our first referee, Herbert Matematico, International Referee. Second referee, Joven Racelis, National Referee. Let's now meet the starters. First, for the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. Setter number 21, team captain, Clo Montanieto. Middle blocker number 3, Thea Kakate. Opposite header number 8, Jovelyn Gonzaga. Outside spiker number 10, Chini Arroyo. Outside hitter number 14, Ren Peñafiel. And middle blocker number 19, Riza Nogales. Starting libero number 16, Eliza Eroa. The head coach for Zeus Coffee is Chirihi. And now the starters for the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Outside spiker number 4, team captain Pela Belen. Middle blocker number 8, Ezra Madrigal. Another middle blocker number 9, Pauline Gaston. Setter number 10, Iris Tolenada. Opposite hitter number 13, Franz Ronquillo. And outside spiker number 23, Shaya Adorator. Starting libero number 3, Rachel Urbina. The head coach for CAPITAL1 is Jorge Souza de Brito. This match is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Zeus Coffee versus
And we are just about ready to put the ball into play. Here are the starting lineups. I love our graphics. They're very, very lively. And look, here's the starting lineup.
I mean, the usuals for the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells, but you've got Peñafiel starting right away for Zeus Coffee, one of the key additions for the Thunderbells. And for the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers, a lot of new faces in their starting lineup. Madrigal, Gaston, Jimenez, Adorador.
Well, major
Corvina
shakeup,
as well.
major shakeup on CAPITAL1. And look at this acknowledgement of her leadership role. Bella Belen is the captain of the Solar Spikers. Here we go. First serve of the match, and we are underway. First strike on the board.
Iris Tolenada going to Adorador right away. A clean attack coming from Adorador.
Shara, of course, one of the veterans, Iris Tolenada. Setter. And that does not work. And it's 2-0.
Too low there on the set from Mondoñedo to Gagate. I mean, this is something that they have been working since they have played together, talking about Gagate and Mondoñedo.
Develop some kind of chemistry that'll work
connection
in the middle. In the meantime, that's inside, and Zeus Coffee gets its first point, courtesy of Thea Gagate.
Mondoñedo going back to Gagate right away just to make some corrections on that set.
Jovelyn Gonzaga with her first serve here today. Mondoñedo. And that's into a wide open hole. No problem for Ren Peñafiel.
Oh, Peñafiel contributing right away. Again, one of the key additions on the side of Zeus Coffee.
That play does not go into attack mode. They toss it over. And Capital One bundles it. And 3 straight points now by Zeus.
And Zeus Coffee playing cohesively here in the start. A good first ball, a good set, and just a clean attack from their attackers.
Tolenada sets this up. And we're tied right away. Close and tight here in the first set.
Looking like this is gonna be a long one with how both teams are starting.
Huwag kang ganyan. 5 sets na tayo kanina. Kasalanan ni Mixer ni Ronnie. Pero it was a delicious one.
Yep.
And we are down to 10 teams. So chemistry, with all the shuffling ngayon, chemistry will be a major issue. Which core do you immediately form? Are you keeping an old core? Are you forming a new core? Like in the case of Capital One, they're trying to form a new center of their team, actually.
Exactly. Only Tolenada and Belen left in the starting unit from last conference.
That's rejected. Jimenez nowhere to go.
Yep. Jimenez trying to power through the taller Thea Gagate. But Gagate in system on that block.
Gagate's been doing that all her young volleyball life, and we are tied at 4. Ren and her serve that goes out, and it's a small lead by the Capital One side, 5-4.
Oh, but both teams starting strong right away. No slow starts here.
Napaka-chill ng uniform ng mga coaches sa Zeus. Parang tayo nasa Baguio tayo. It's cold weather attire. Arroyo denied entry.
Oof. Another miscue between Mondoñedo and Thea Gagate. You see the effort of Mondoñedo to activate the middles.
Yes.
But so far, not connecting perfectly with Gagate.
Benil pa lang ganyan na style ni Clo. Here we go to the other end. Arroyo slices it up. And it is out of reach and out of play.
That was a smart move coming from Arroyo. The ball was a bit far from the net, just putting enough spin and finding that weak spot worked for Arroyo.
Kaya Gagate will be serving.
536, serving for the Thunderbells, Thea Gagate.
Into the net we go.
Oh, a couple of errors already on the service line for Zeus Coffee.
And they have fallen behind here in the first set, 7-5. And all set to serve is Isa Jimenez. Kept in play, well done. Oh, good active hands. Keeping it in play. Arroyo. Oh boy, we are going to have our first long rally.
Another good dig from Orvina.
Gonzaga is there, and this is going to take some time. Arroyo. Oh.
More power on that attack of Arroyo. Took a couple of attempts before she finally scored that point. You have to credit the floor defense of Capital One.
Yeah, akala ko pupunta muna tayo ng Green Hills at pwede pa bumalik eh. No? In the meantime, the serve in play. Mondoñedo serve. Oh, Gaston goes down the line. And the Solar Spikers arrive at 8 ahead of their opponents. Ayel and I will be right back with more from the PVL.
years, we have been asking, kailan kaya natin muling makikita ang Queen Tamaraw at ang nag-iisang Bionic Ilongga sa iisang side ng court? Well, finally, the wait is over. Gonzakis is back and bolder for the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. Nakausap ko nga si Rachel kanina at kwento niya itong reunion nila ni Jobs. Pangarap nila eh. At deep inside, kahit dati pa, alam nilang mangyayari to. But to their surprise and delight, napaaga pa. Hiro nga ni Rad, napadali ang buhay nila ngayon dahil kung dati ay over the phone lang ang catch-up nila, ngayon one to sawa pa. Araw-araw. Sa ngayon, pinagtututukan ni Rachel at Jobs ang character building ng mga bata sa Zeus dahil hindi may kakailang buo na ang physical. But the challenge ngayon ay ang kanilang blending, the chemistry. Anong kalalabasan? Will it be a masterpiece blend or just two different coffees in the same cup? 7AL.
Tingnan natin, kasi alam mo, chemistry, kahit sa kape, kailangan pinare-rest muna yung kape bago mo talaga enjoyin. In the meantime, back to volleyball. Thank you, Kyla. Here's the toss over. The set, Tolenada, the runner by Gaston in play. Peñafiel, another long rally. First attack by Belen. Throws up on Doniedo. And it's now 9-7 in favor of Capital1.
The first point for Bella Belen coming from the back row. Aris Tolenada with a balanced playmaking so far, keeping everyone involved in attacking.
Gaston being told by Belen, ikaw ang magsaserve. So some of the chemistry, the movements on the floor, these are things they will try to get down pat. And we can expect some bumpy road sometimes.
Right.
Not just because of serving, but this one does not work. Somebody didn't hustle into that position over there. It's now 10-7, Capital1.
Pauline Gaston, enough power to get that service ace. But as you mentioned, no one helping out Arroyo on that first ball.
Here's Pauline. That's long and out. It's now going to be 8-10 in favor of Capital1 still. And the serve will now belong to Chini Arroyo. Tolenada. Adorador gets it to go.
Yeah, the wing attackers of Capital1 have been stepping up. Clean attacks coming from them, not the strongest, but they are finding the right angles to score.
Shaya, one of the veterans.
Right.
UE was her home school. The dump over. Set up. One-handed pickup. Tolenada reaching for it. Tolenada says, get out of the way. We go to Belen. We dink it over. But it's going to be still in play. Oh, great effort that time. Kept in play, the push to the back. And it finally drops down.
Jimenez making Arroyo work for the defense, looking unstable to keep that rally alive. But Horvina with another excellent dig there.
I'm going to play all day today.
Yep.
The report is that Romador Ramal is a bit under the weather, so Horvina will see tons of action, and there she is with that touch. Tolenada, that is rejected. Tolenada keeping it in play. Horvina makes it a set. Horvina makes it a lift. Horvina doing everything. And the cross is in.
Classic cross-court attack coming from the veteran. But we have to talk about Horvina keeping that rally alive and long. But finally, clean attack coming from Gonzaga.
Ano kung puporsyento ka yung point agad, bigay mo doon sa Gonzaga o Dakis. Tapos, dito natutulog nung araw yung dalawang yan. Oh, this one is perfectly done.
And this is why Mondoniedo wants to work on that connection with Gagate. Gagate has got the height. You know, she has the IQ to score and score for Zeus Coffee.
Just a matter of developing that synchronization.
Yep.
Oh, Regalo pounced upon quickly. Peñafiel with her second point of this opening set. They have scored their last 3 points.
A good presence of mind there from Peñafiel. converting that point of that overpass.
Urbina. Belen. Oh, that drops in for Shaya Adorador, who now has 3 points.
I mean, Capital One hasn't really been stable in terms of passing. They have been attacking out of system. So you really have to credit the wing attackers finding all ways to deliver the points.
And Shaya will continue to serve. They lead by 2. Mondoñedo sets this up. Ooh, sharp and true. And Shaya could not handle it. Peñafiel is off, scoring well. And spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Peñafiel, all power on that attack. Too much for Adorador.
And Ren will be serving now.
Another out of system.
Belen gets it to bite.
So far for Capital One, in system, out of system, doesn't really matter. They are finding all angles.
You know, when they're still developing chemistry, you'll rely on individual skills. But once they get their chemistry, they'll be even better. Uh-oh, decision-making time where the floor had to dump it over. The strike in play. They grapple with it. Will Tolenada do it? I thought he should dump it over, but there's another way to score. Belen taking care of that.
And Belen likes it fast and slow, and that's just a perfect set coming from Tolenada, beating the blockers that time.
The tempo that Bea likes, it's quick, fast, and she's used to the national team system also, and the NU system. Meanwhile, that shot is outside, and we will arrive at the second technical timeout with Capital One in front, 16-12. We are so happy that you can join us here on One Sports Plus, Filipinos Live, and all our other platforms, even those watching on social media channels. And Seb Sarmenta with Leon Estaniero here and Cairo Castillo. This is a good one, 16-12. Capital One making some distance, creating this 4-point gap against Zeus so far. And that's messed up.
Yep. Gagate did not get the height that she wanted, but Adorador not quick enough also to react.
You know, you're a setter. Getting used to setting to somebody very tall is also something you have to get used to. Gagate with 5 points already. Yo, nakuha. And Nograles taking care of knocking that down. Nograles, rather.
Mondoñedo also staying patient and activating the middles, but we have to credit the first balls of Zeus Coffee helping out Mondoñedo activate the middles.
If you can feed Claw a lot of good first balls, you're in business. Oh, that's off the blockers. And Belen knocking that down. They lead by 3.
Tolenada just taking advantage of the smaller blocker in Clo Mondoñedo. Exactly. I mean, Belen able to tower that one.
Nakita ng iskinita na nadaanan. Over the floor. Combination play. Arroyo striking. The tap over by Adorador. Where the floor becomes a set. This is a well-run play. But Belen says, give it to me again, but let's toss it over first. Oh, Rin keeping it in play.
Blocking has been good for Capital One.
Second longest rally, and Belen creates havoc on the other side. She has 5 points.
I mean, Zeus Coffee had a couple of opportunities to score, but blocking system has been good on the side of Capital One, and the Bella Belen finishing that, outsmarting Zeus on the floor defense.
When you've got a lively libero who wants to get every ball, which has happened so far for Rach or Vina.
Yep, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Nope, just keep it in play.
Yep.
Tas mo lang. Arroyo. Oh, that time they got the better of Vina with that big strike.
Arroyo also changing angles that time, going deep, finding the corner pocket. A much needed point there for the Thunderbells.
Biggest lead, Capital One stood at 4 way back when it was 16-12. Here's a free ball to the other side. Jimenez making sure it was a good set for Belen. Here comes Tolenada. Back row attack. And Eroa back on the floor. Shaya keeping it in play. Belen rejected, nowhere to go.
I mean, Tolenada has been going to Belen so many times already. Zeus Coffee able to predict that one, and with a taller blocker there now with Gonzaga, that's going to be tougher for Bella Belen.
Nogales credited with the block there. In the meantime, that's down and out. It's a 1-point affair. Last 3 points have been scored by Zeus Coffee, prompting Coach De Brito to call a timeout.
So don't try to shoot on transition because they made the decision already. It's double block already, okay? What if you guys want to do short? Tres, it's okay. It's okay. Then he has a chance to fight. Hey, more attention on the receive here. A little bit in front, the ball is coming again, okay? The right is fine.
Coach Jorge De Brito talking about their passing in the tail end of that timeout.
Kinukonta kaya ni Miko Halili si Rhea Navarro? Sumasagot ba si Rhea Navarro kay Miko Halili? Magandang tanong yan. Hindi na lang sila mag-usap, di ba? Pakialamero. 1917. Capital One has been slowed down in the last 4 points by Zeus. Zeus scoring 3 straight at 15, 16, and 17. Belen at the service area. Happy childhood din ito si Jordina.
I mean, she's getting all the attempts of Zeus Coffee at this point. Take a look at the dive, that effort coming from Jorvina.
I always say when a good libero is at work, it's a happy childhood. Kasi bata pa lang, tumatumbling na eh. Ooh, what a serve by Belen. Red hot. It's a free ball. Where the floor sending it over. Runner. Return to sender. Tolenada dropping to the deck. Attack mode. And it's hit out.
Capital One playing efficient offense compared to Zeus Coffee. Have to mention again Bella Belen and Shaya Adorador scoring important points for Capital One.
And the veteran and the sophomore in the way. Ooh, init ng serve. Gonzaga handling it though.
Good save from Belen.
And they get it down the line.
Shaya Adorador yet again going down the line. Good chase coming from Tolenada, but the flick of the wrist putting more spin on that attack.
Adorador and Belen have scored 6 points each of the 22 so far of Capital One, leading by 5. Down the middle we go. Kept in play by Arroyo, but they could not sustain it.
And Again, Capital One, the players just playing their role perfectly. Gaston getting that kill block.
23, serving 17.
Belen. Right in the middle, Mondoñedo sets up a roll. Reach for by Jimenez. Where the floor is there. Urbina. Oh, Mondoñedo didn't know whether to dig or toss. And we arrive at set point.
And it's the team effort so far from Capital One, allowing them to dictate the pace of the set.
6 straight points by Capital One. And we arrive at set point. Adorador elevates it, gets it back, dinks it over. Set up by Mondoñedo. Orvina jumping up and down, keeping it in play, and it's done!
Adorador over the blockers.
Both teams starting strong, but Capital One, when they found their momentum, they did not look back. Again, everyone playing efficiently from defense to offense. Shaya Adorador yet again powering through to deliver that final point.
Exactly. 7-0 run by Capital One to close out set number 1, and they finish it 25-17. Took them 23 minutes to take care of business, and a big run at the end by Capital One, doing a variety of things with their libero shining brightly in most of the plays, actually.
I agree. Corvina diving for every ball, keeping so many rallies alive, helping out Iris Tolenada orchestrate the offense even more smoothly. Finding the right attacker at the right time. We have to mention the efficiency of Shaya Adorador and Bella Belen, but timely points also coming from Jimenez and Gaston. So it was definitely a team effort for them to get set number 1. As you see the numbers on your screens, Capital One out attacking Zeus Coffee. They have 17 versus the 13 of Zeus. Both teams with 2 sets apiece, 2 blocks apiece rather, and 1 service ace. But Zeus Coffee committing more errors. You have to highlight the 1 error coming from Capital One, playing with a lot of consistency in set number 1.
Considering that they are still in the formative stages of developing their chemistry. So the onus is on Zeus to respond. Of course, we have mentioned that Zeus had a podium finish in the last conference. They'd like to build on that. Kyla was reporting about that. But of course, the trick in the long run is to be consistent. And look at that happiness on that side. Bea is, hindi ko alam kung Pokemon smile or happy, Sanrio, di ba? Napaka, always happy and so buoyant and such a joy to cover whether on the national team or here in our PVL. We are underway with the second set. Our second referee, Joven Racelis, trying to make sure that everybody is in their proper places. The serve will belong to Capital One, Tolenada waiting for her cue. Boy, what Rach Corvina has done.
Yeah.
Credit perhaps a chunk of the points that they scored by just keeping it alive. Underway, second set. It becomes a set. Mondoñedo reverses. Gonzaga. Corvina right there. The tap, not hit squarely. Arroyo dinking it over. Nice slide to the floor by Iris. And we are in our third longest rally. Could take a while here.
Yep.
Return. Arroyo.
Good defense from both teams.
Yes, indeed. And just a bit of mishit. A mishit by Jimenez.
An awkward angle also for Jimenez. So,
Parang she was too under the ball
Yep.
there. And then did not get enough clearance. Capital One has Ezra Madrigal right there in the middle.
Oh, too close. But Jimenez still able to score that one using the hands of the blocker. And these are the small details of the game that Capital One has been rather more successful than Zeus Coffee.
Attack mode, Arroyo. Ooh, looked long. Blocked and it's down.
Jimenez knew.
Sabi ni Isa, yeah.
Yep.
Napakaliit na espasyo ni landing ano na.
She was hoping it was gonna sail out, but that
hindi
was very much in.
So Zeus with the early lead in the second set, 2-1. There's a
Yep.
Illegal attack.
Yep, overreaching called there on Iris Tolenada, currently in the back row. Good start for Zeus Coffee.
They lead by 2. Belen shot in play. Arroyo. They could not attack cleanly there. Here's Belen's version, and they score.
Bella Belen facing cross, going down. Mondoñedo not able to read that one. She was on her way forward.
Belen scoring her first point here in the second set. She had 6 in the opener. Adorador had 7. Gagate. Not able to cross, but in play. Still the same result. There's a challenge in the play. Parang hindi tumawid eh.
There's a challenge by Zeus Coffee in the middle of the rally.
In the middle of the exchange, yeah.
Yep. That was the second attempt of Bella Belen. They were also hoping to get the challenge in the first attempt.
Yes. Kasi it looked like hindi tumawid eh. Didn't cross over. In case you're just joining us, the first set going the way of Capital One, 25-17. Also earlier today, we had Netsled winning against Farm Fresh in 5 sets. And let's take a look. It's a block touch challenge. Okay.
Challenge is unsuccessful. Capital One gets the point.
Unsuccessful challenge for Zeus Coffee.
Remaining in the second set.
So the point goes to Capital One.
Yep.
We are even at 3 here in the second set.
Unsuccessful. And one more challenge remaining in the second set.
Tolenada's great skills.
Good reactions and defense.
Yes, over the floor and dumped over by Clo. Tolenada. Gaston denied. Let's try something new. Arroyo becomes a set. chance to attack and score.
And right now, the strength of Capital One is really on their defense, limiting the numbers of Zeus Coffee and playing efficient
Yes.
offense, really.
After being down 3-1, it's 3 straight points by Capital One. Arroyo, the defense, you're right, has been airtight. And their offense being fueled by their defense, they've scored 4 straight.
Shaya Dorador doing a great job in that back row defense, and you have Bella Belen right in front. Take a look at the push, making it look so easy.
Belen now doing, bringing out the full arsenal.
Yep.
They lead by 2. That's a check ball, huh? Yeah, it's a check ball. I agree. Will somebody admit?
I mean, they won't be able to challenge this either way because they are calling that touch on the back row defense of Madrigal.
Of Capital One.
Yeah. Oh, seems like they will. No, I don't think they will be allowed to challenge that one.
I really felt it was a check ball. Somebody from Capital One touched it on the way out.
Someone in Capital One for sure,
now Capital One is not in the mood to admit. So anyway, it's a 4-5 count. Serve belonging to Zeus. Gaston seeing the open area.
That's a quick recovery for Capital One. Gaston with a power tip. Wasting no time, definitely.
Whisking it beyond the 2 blockers. And they now have a 2-point lead. Gagate. Off the block. Tolenada running a tight ship here. And they grapple and dive for it.
Capital One making all the right decisions. Jimenez didn't have the best approach, but still able to find that angle to make Zeus Coffee work on the defense.
7 serving against 4 here. I think that'll be on down the line there.
Okay, Agagate converting 1 point off the good pass over the floor. They will need more of that from the middles.
Adorador back to Belen, who misses.
Belen wanting to go sharp cross. Not enough space for her.
Feeling ko she changed her mind at the last moment. Nung nakita niya yung linya ng depensa. Minsan pag spiker hindi matiis. Subukan natin to. 1-point game. Second set. In play, Gagate hooks it over. Tolenada whipped against the block. Joust at the net. Peñafiel misses. We arrive at the first technical timeout of the second, and the leading team is Capital One at 8-6.
Nagbabalik ang PVL at live dito sa PhilOil San Juan. It's the Zeus Coffee Thunderbelts going up against the Capital 1 Solar Spikers. Sir Seb and Ayel, true enough, the sun doesn't stop shining just because of a few gloomy clouds. Because despite Capitana Roma Gagomal and Leila Cruz being sidelined due to their recovery as they're recently under the weather, buhay na buhay naman ang next woman up mentality sa Capital 1 as they come into the second set nga. Coach Jorge expressed that while he likes what he's seeing, they gotta be reminded of the basics. Service is key. They must keep the pressure and force Zeus to make those better, abrupt decisions. And so, sure, the Solar Spikers may be short-handed, but they are now displaying that definitely not short-wheeled. Sir Sabanaya.
And as you were speaking, Kyla Castillo, that was exactly what is happening on the floor. Zeus, they're passing a little suspect here today. They're now down 9-6 after leading early on at 3-1.
Arvina again.
One hand keeps it in play. That's all they need. Let's burn the floor on the other end.
Well, good reaction from Belen too.
Becomes a set. Recoiled, recalibrated here. Corvina sets. Another long exchange between these two. Sharp and true. Belen knocking it down. Already in twin digits with 11.
Capital 1 just proving that they have built that chemistry.
Yes, they have. With a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan.
A lot of new faces, but they are showing they have done all the work in the preseason.
Yes. Service ace. 12 points by Belen.
Lethal on that service line is Bella Belen.
And another scoring run by Capital 1, 4 straight points.
Good things happen when Bella Belen is on the back row, is on that service line.
That's outside.
Too strong this time for Bella Belen taking that risk.
7 serving 11. Serving Kate Santiago.
Zeus has Santiago all set to serve. Peñafiel. Looked long, but Belen had a hand on it. Pipe attack. Eroa.
Wow.
Eroa. Another one of those long exchanges. Tolinado wanted to end it quickly. Let's try this.
Good defense from both teams.
This is the longest rally.
Yep.
And still alive. Yep. Iris. Ayaw. Got it.
That was the right decision for Iris Tolinada to go for a faster offense. Pauline Gaston on that slide attack. Beating Peñafiel with that loose block.
And a timeout requested by Jerry Yee.
Makalaw yung depensa. Hinihintay lang kayo sa likod, hinihintay kayo sa likod. Gamitin nyo, nadapa, okay na yun. Ha? Basta gumalaw.
Go lang ah. Higa lang. Tumaba yung rally. Higa lang.
Of course, Jerry Yee has his own unique style, and that's probably the most I've heard from Jerry Yee talking to his players about the back line defense. They've fallen behind by 5 here in the second set. And by the way, the 2026 PVL All-Filipino Conference is in full swing. Watch it on Pilipinas Live, the app. Of course, you can watch it anytime, anywhere. Also available on One Sports and on One Sports Plus. Second set action, 12-7 count. Capital 1 in front. Gaston to serve. That's on the floor.
Zeus Coffee needed that point. Good time out there coming from Coach Jerry.
Ren Peñafiel making that happen. Peñafiel already with 4 points. Serve of Peñafiel is in play. Somersault on the floor. Cut shot. It does not cross over. And that's the 9th point of Zeus.
Jimenez playing it safe that time. It's going to be a free point for Zeus Coffee. A chance for them to build some momentum.
Yes. First time for them to serve back-to-back after a long, long stretch here. Ren serve in play. Belen sliding on the floor. That's long and out, and it is the 10th point of Zeus. They have now scored 3 straight.
But seems like Capital One will challenge that attack of Shaya Adorador, which was called out. They have a feeling that it dropped right on the line.
Why not? Diba? Subukan na.
Capital One, they clearly want to protect the lead, and that's going to be a good challenge. So Capital One will keep the point, will get the point rather.
And instead of a 3-point run, it's just a 2-point run. And it's a 4-point lead by Capital One. Door is slammed. Pipe attack. Ren Peñafiel. Tolenada sets up this play. Arroyo. Attacker, where are you? Santiago makes it a set.
Oh, good reaction from
Irish, like a libero, actually.
Yep. Corvina trying to keep it alive, but her touch won't be possible for Capital One.
13-10 tally here. 10 will be serving against 13. Nogales' serve in play. And that does not stay in the air. Jimenez gets her 6th point.
And right now, everyone is a threat in terms of offense on the side of Capital One, just making it
so
difficult.
Correct.
Yeah, for Zeus Coffee.
Can't choose your poison now. Anybody can strike. In the meantime, Adorador will hit the bench. And we have Jorel Singh come in for the first time.
Ooh.
Sabi ni Iris, I got it. That does not cross.
I mean, Arroyo forced to change the angle after a great dig coming from Colonado on the down-the-line attack.
You know, Irish, where you come from, they may not say it, but that's puto.
Yep.
Classic puto. In volleyball, that's a term when you make such a big dig off a big spike. That term has surpassed generations, really. Belen dropping to the deck. Oh, well done on the floor, touching it flat. And a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan on the money down the line there. We have hit the second technical timeout at 16-10. Capital One recovering in time after falling behind early on in the second. This has been a long-time partnership. Tony Boy Liao, of course, is the PNBF president. He's the man to your right. And texting back to Thailand is Tai Bundit, who has been appointed as the last Filipinas head coach for, I suspect, the women.
Yes. Right.
Of course, that partnership producing 2 championships for Ateneo. And of course, Coach Tai winning a championship finally with Chris Cross. 16-11 is the tally here. Iris playing such a great all-around game.
I agree.
Oh, that's out, just out.
Okay, Agagate wanting to go for that angle shot. Just couldn't find the line.
By the way, on the floor for the first time is Fiola Ceballos. Number 17, we're going to also have the veteran Chi Sayed see action for the first time at the center position.
Coach Jerry hoping he could find a spark plug here off the bench.
Mix it up, no? He has teamed up with Flo for many wins, but let's see if the veteran. And then, meantime, this does not cross over. That's going to make it 18-11.
It has been all Capital One here in the middle set.
18-11.
Nice adjustment in the air. It's on the ground.
Smart move coming from Santiago.
Yes.
Seeing the floor defense of Capital One waiting for a power hit. Last second going for the tip.
And it's still a 6-point lead for Capital One, though Fiola Ceballos has the serve. Toss over by Belen. Peñafiel denied. Recycling the offense, he'll dump it over. Reverse set. Let's try that again. Why not?
Again, Iris Tolenada putting a lot of trust in all her attackers right now. It has been Jimenez shining bright for Capital One.
Jimenez with 8 points and Dorador had 8 earlier. Belen has 12. That was very good setting because pinapawi niya kaagad eh. You know, I've run out of things to say about Orvina. It's just a constant. You'll just enjoy her all night long.
Really flawless performance so far coming from Orvina.
Kagate to serve, down 13-19. Look long, yes it was.
Singh had a moment where she seemed like she had thought whether to get it or not, but good decision to let that one go.
Problematic reception. And look at this. It's 21-13.
Again, Bella Belen can score points from the service line.
She already has, in fact, 1 ace in the game thus far. 2 aces now. An ace previous to that. That nicked the net. And there's a clear spot on the Capital One side.
But at this point, Zeus Coffee needs to make a run. They can't play side outs.
Here's Santiago. Orvina. Eroa stretches for it. Chi-Sayed makes it a set and it goes through 2 defenders.
Now the set was just too close to the net. There was an established block on the side of Capital One. Iris Tolenada and Pauline Gaston. All angles closed.
You know, Iris can do so many things. That was a block point. 22-14 tally here, second set. So just joining us, first set went the way of Capital One, 25-17. Oh, well done.
Nice Usayat right now, feeding Nogales, taking advantage of that height and length. Has been working for a couple of points.
15 against 22 here.
Good pass from Belen.
And they're scoring in every way they can imagine here.
I mean, stable passing and a stable playmaking coming from Iris Tolenada.
And Adorador has pocketed 9 points. Capital One 2 steps away from the finish line. One hand is all it needs sometimes. Irish, the new libero.
Getting all those balls. Ooh, too low.
That's why you know, in Irish, you really have to develop all your skills as a volleyball player. And we arrived at set point.
Yeah, it has been the errors here for Zeus Coffee not helping their cause in this set.
And Iris serving. Nope, that does not cross.
But Capital One can afford those kinds of errors. Meanwhile, for Zeus Coffee, no room for any errors anymore.
Zeus saving 1 set point there. 1 of 9. Risa Nogales waiting for the cue to serve. Bea Belen is over there at the position of referee Herbert Matematico.
Yung net fall? No. Too late.
8 seconds pa po yun.
No. Nag-rally pa siya.
Hindi yung last po. Hindi po yung lead. Yung pagpalo po ni Ate Lisa sa 5 and then sabi niyo po not over.
And it's always it's
Opo.
For his black touch.
There's a challenge by Capital One in the last action. They're challenging
Capital One asking for a challenge in that last sequence.
well, you know by now that only the captain can address the referee, and Bea is the captain for this conference. Let's see here. Wala eh. Layo.
Unsuccessful. Zeus Coffee gets the point. Both teams with 1 more challenge remaining in the second set.
That challenge I felt was more of a momentum breaker than anything else. It can be strategic. We all know that by now. Long.
No block touch as well. Oh!
There's a block touch. Point goes
If
to
that
Capital
holds.
One.
No issue. Will they challenge? They will.
Zeus Coffee is challenging the ruling in the last play. They're
So
challenging
this is
for
not
block
yet
touch.
sealed.
Yep. So block touch was called, but Zeus Coffee will challenge this one. They still have 1 more left. They had an unsuccessful challenge earlier.
And while we're sorting out the challenge, don't forget that on Thursday, a great day. Well, on Thursday, at 4 o'clock, Chocomucho hits the floor against Signal. Creamline faces PLDT right here in this venue. It's a block touch challenge. Yung Thursday, dala na kayo ng makakain ninyo. O manonood kayo sa bahay, kumain kayo ng maaga, palagay ko mahaba-haba ang gabi yan.
Long afternoon, long night.
With
Thursday,
these these four teams, hi.
Good matchups on Thursday.
Arvin Estabilio, dala ka maraming papel sa our scorer. Sa Thursday, mahaba-habang scoring yan. Samantala, nauubos na yung dramatic music. Wala pa yung resulta ng challenge. The challenge is by Zeus.
Zeus also trying to really hold tight in this set.
Kapit lang muna eh.
Yep.
Ito, ayan. No. Tila malayo. Jerry Yee is...
Okay.
Sige, ano sinasabi ng ating birthday producer?
So the challenge is successful with that block touch, but there was a net touch violation committed by Zeus Coffee, so the point still goes to Capital1.
Ay, fait accompli, ano? Much ado about something, but really the point was beyond reach. So the final count at the end of 2 sets, it's a 2-set lead by Capital1 trying to seal the deal. Zeus, it's up to them to respond, to stretch this to another set. And this is the set count. 25-17, 25-16. First set went 23 minutes, 32 minutes in the second set, a little longer. You know, our scorer, has such a great insight because he does all the games. Itong Capital 1, sabi niya, walang patay na rotation. Every time they swing around, they have a scorer in place. And that's what I think is ideal for a team to go places.
And that's also why Capital 1 is looking like they are cruising into this match against Zeus Coffee. As you again see the numbers, a big disparity in terms of attack points. And we know Zeus Coffee as one of the teams who are also excellent in attacking, but today it has been Capital 1 shining brighter in that department. But Zeus Coffee with one more block against Capital 1. Capital 1 working double time on the service line. They have two service aces, both teams committing the same number of errors. But again, it has been the offense of Capital 1 allowing them to create that big gap against Zeus Coffee.
Team Captain Bella Belen leading the scoring brigade. And look at her exert and display her leadership skills. Alam mo, NU pa lang eh. You can tell this is a different talent.
Right. Full package as a player. You've got all the skills, the mentality.
At saka alam mo, enjoy siya naglalaro eh, di ba? The joy of the game. Nakakatawa yung mga nagko-comment sa social media. Excuse me. When she was a fan during the Men's World Championship. Lahat naman tayo fan. Fan nun.
Yep.
Okay lang
That's
yan.
true.
Oh, game. 2-set lead by Capital 1.
So far, this is not the start that Zeus Coffee wants.
Nope. And look at that. Butas na likod.
Madrigal will score the first point. I mean, Capital 1 entering the set with a lot of confidence and momentum.
I agree. That's a good point. Gonzaga, who was a starter, is back on the floor. That's a service mistake. We are tied at 1 here in the third.
Zeus Coffee will have to put more effort in all departments to be able to extend this match.
Gagate. Close to the net we go. Well done. Touch flash by Belen.
And a good save coming from Mondoliedo.
Yes.
Trying to control her momentum there. Almost an overpass, but still a good set going to Arroyo.
The trick was with the hands.
Yep.
She twisted it at the right angle.
A lot of core work also to contain that momentum.
Exactly. So the setters, they know what to do with their hands when that presents itself. Oh!
Just like that too, coming from Iris Dolenada. A one-hand set. We have to credit Madrigal for also going for that approach, not stopping. 2 points already in the start here for Madrigal.
But you know this, masarap gawin yung one-handed set actually. Di ba? Masarap gawin yan eh. Of course, on a per need basis, but it's fun to do. Oh, look at this. Orvina keeping it alive, but their defense is punctured.
Oh, we have to mention Nogales has been a bright spot here for Zeus Coffee. Tallied a couple of points in the tail end, and right now getting one.
She has 6 points in this match. And that's off the block, but out of reach.
Capital 1 really has that look of confidence in them, a lot of decisiveness in terms of their decision making also.
Yes, that's so clear. Ceballos. That's too long.
Yeah, too long.
They're hoping for a check. A touched ball, but I don't think they'll get that call.
For serving 3.
Natural instinct ng volleyball player na yung ganun situation.
Check ball.
Check ball, check ball.
They'll take all their chances.
Yep. Tapos ang cute pa doon, sabay-sabay silang anim tumaas ang kamay pero walang nakuha. Tabla po sa 4 dito sa third set.
Unlikely service errors coming from Capital 1.
Isigaw na side out ng Capital 1. Ceballos, one of the veterans. Off the block. Montañez. Adjustment in the air. Ceballos watching her work, but it was returned. Gonzaga, Corvina, and Javelin gets something to bite along the sideline.
Zeus Coffee always able to stay close in the start. The question is, will they be able to sustain?
5 serving court.
Chini Arroyo all set to serve. Adorador. Gonzaga will try again. And that's her master net.
Yep.
Master net.
That moves. Veteran moves there coming from Gonzaga.
Yes, we say in the Visayan language, dugay na ginahimo. She's
Na
been doing that
perfect yan
for,
na.
slamming it against the block. Two-point lead by Zeus. And excellent angle by Belen.
Yep. Blockers were closing down the cross court and down the line angle, but Belen went even sharper to avoid the hands and the floor defense.
Kita niya yung butas dun sa left flank. Jimenez on her serve. Peroa. Jovelin. Yes!
Jovelin Gonzaga hits the
Jovelin Gonzaga starting hot here in set number 3.
3 straight points by the veteran Jovelin Gonzaga. Who has moved around as well, had stints with the military teams as well. Oh, that was red hot, and Nogales could not kneel down. Spike of the set, natin sa inyo ng Duncan, masalubong ng bayan.
Great angle there for Pauline Gaston, apologizing right away to Nogales.
Here's Belen. She wants it. You're looking for a spark plug? I can do that. And we arrive at the first technical timeout of the third set. Zeus Coffee trying to turn and reverse the tide here.
Welcome back, PVL fans. You are tuned in to the PVL 2026 All-Filipino Conference, and live here at PhilOil San Juan is the matchup between the Zeus Coffee Thunderbelts and the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Now, with 2 sets down, the Coffee seems to have gone cold, while the Solar Spikers continue to rise up. To Coach Jerry's dismay, mukhang hirap pa rin talaga makuha ng Thunderbelts ang tamang timpla. But to be fair, he expected this. With Gonzaga's led huddle, the rest of the Thunderbelts were urged to fix their body language. Tanong ni Jobs, bakit wala nang umingiti sa inyo? Na sinigundahan naman ni Rachel ng, tara, laban tayo. Laruin nyo lang yung nilalaro nyo. Now, will the Solar Spikers finish the sweep and leave Zeus Coffee cold and bitter? Or will they find a way to somehow brew a comeback? 7 a.m.
Well, Kyla, based on your report, the veterans have done a good job so far of egging on the troops. They have now a 4-point lead. In the meantime, another challenge has been issues here in the challenge. Zeus.
It seems like it was CAPITAL1 with a block touch
Okay.
challenge. No block touch. So that's going to be an unsuccessful challenge for CAPITAL1. Point stays with Zeus Coffee. Strongest start so far for Zeus Coffee in this match.
Okay, earlier today we had the next lead winning against Farm Fresh in 5 sets. The last set was the juicy one, with the win being fashioned out with a 15-12 final 5th set. They kept that alive. Better energy now by Zeus.
Right.
Oh, however, Adorador with a cross hit.
Adorador finding that angle. I mean, Zeus Coffee already adjusted their blocking system, but Bella Belen and Shaya Adorador also going sharper with their attacks.
Veteran with 10 points. Gaston, stutter step. She was too far off.
Yep.
Kaya linis ng hulog eh.
Combination play working for Zeus Coffee. Take a second look on that. There you go.
Veterana, no? Alam na alam. 4-point lead for CAPITAL1. Sorry, for Zeus. My mistake. Umilag si Jobs. Well done. Zeus is percolating there. They now have a 5-point lead.
Yep, Zeus Coffee able to sustain their momentum, but CAPITAL1 also slowing down in their defense.
And Coach Jorge De Brito requiring a timeout. His team has slipped down by 5.
People block it, do it. They drop. Single block, they drop. One, they drop the ball. So we move forward and let them, because you block them, we touch them on the first and second. They'll not be blocked again. Okay, so move forward. And also, the first one, the second one, the first one, second one. Always move. Make this one. Okay, ready. Bella. Take the line. After you take the line.
Okay, Coach Jorge, of course, his stint with the women's national team ended with the last Southeast Asian Games. But what a run by Coach Jorge. A couple of silver and 2 bronze finishes. Different tournaments. Seeds have been planted, no question about it, for the future. In the meantime, back to the present. Did she get it? She got it.
Offense definitely has leveled up here for Zeus Coffee. I mean, CAPITAL1 defending so well earlier, but right now still no answers.
Last point was courtesy of Chini Arroyo. It's high in the air. Gagate punches it. It's returned to her. One more time around the block, different version. Elevated, Orvina is there. Adorador strikes. Cross is red. Adorador.
Good reaction.
Fiola. Belen. Adorador hesitates. Try to change the timing. Belen calms down the troops. And that's outside.
And right now it's CAPITAL1 struggling to convert a point.
They've lost the last 4 points. Some changes being made. Jimenez will now be replaced by Ish.
Niegos, yeah.
Yeah.
And Yandok on the court, the double sub.
Yep, Yandok. Nika Yandok.
Coach Warrior wants a complete front row.
Yes, it's Sid Niegos who's on the service area now.
Good dig from Eroa.
Yes, sir. Adorador Gonzaga. Recoiled. Mondoñedo resets. Another one of those long exchanges. But it's a positional mistake.
That was an unfortunate miscue there between Yandok and Madrigal. That ball was high enough for a second touch.
Oh, hindi naman diretso lang eh. No?
Yep.
Hindi awkward naman yung angulo. Well, anyway, 15-8, 8-15. 15-8 because the serve belongs to Thea Gagate. Lalim. Kinuha pa rin. Hindi maipasa ng maayos ng Zeus.
Much needed point there for Capital1, who has struggled in the start of this set.
Serving for Capital1, Shaya Adorador.
Here comes Shaya serving. A little low on her toss, actually, and we'll take the second break for the technical timeout of the third set. We have Zeus Coffee ahead, 16-9. Well, a bit of history. That, of course, they won't improve on that with the podium finish on the last conference. Boy, but so much optimism when they drafted first and Thea Gagate was there. Such an elegant evening that PVL draft. In the meantime, it's 16-10. Madrigal serve. Nabutasan sila.
That donut hole has been an issue on Capital1. And Zeus Coffee just capitalizing on that.
Nogales filling up that hole. And look at this.
17 out.
Cesc Robles.
Rachel Andakis on the
Oh,
court.
and Doc is seeing action for the first time.
Cesc Robles.
Volleyball talaga, no? Ready ka dapat anytime.
Yep. Can't be too cold.
Oo. Can't think na hindi ka maglalaro.
Yep.
Naman. Belen. Robles. Dakis. Puts back. Gonzaga. Oh! Corner hit.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga started this set strong and so far has been the most consistent.
7 points by Jovelyn Gonzaga. And they look like they're poised to take this third set. Belen, however, has other ideas. Robles stretches for it. Dakis. Belen.
Oh, wow.
Eros says, gotcha. Gonzaga. Alam mo, nakakalimutan ng depensa. Kaliwete si Jovelyn eh.
And I mean, if you want to block Jovelyn Gonzaga, you need to press those hands in. Can't have a loose block there.
And she has the angle on it being a southpaw, a lefty. She can go far cross court eh. Belen got that line.
She has been trying to go long earlier. Cesc Robles able to defend her, but this time finding zone 6 open.
Belen with 15 points. Yandok. Dakis.
Oh,
Ano
it's
tawag?
gonna be a overreaching violation for Nogales.
12 serving 19.
12 serving right now.
Service error.
Again, it has been the service errors of CAPITAL1 killing their own momentum in this set.
20 serving 12. Serving for the Thunderbells, Risa Nogales.
That's out of reach.
Service is Risa Nogales.
Zeus Coffee able to keep the momentum all throughout the set.
Nogales will still serve. Adorador is rested. Some more changes being made in anticipation probably of the next set,
Right.
giving the veterans a chance to catch their breath here. Nag-alangan si Rachel.
Yep. Too far also for Rachel and Dakis.
13 serving 21. Serving for CAPITAL1, Pena Pele.
21-13 tally. Belen. Feroa has it. Dakis too long.
Also not in the right position to go for that attack. An awkward combination play there for Zeus Coffee.
14 serving 21.
Feroa. Gonzaga.
Drop ball
Wow.
from Evelyn Gonzaga.
9 points.
A lot of variety in her attacks. One attempt, 1 point.
8 of her 9 points happening in this set. So changes in the lineup. Chisayat back in. Saw some action earlier. Santiago also back on the floor.
Serving 14 with G-Side serving.
Chisayat. That's long.
Too wide. Niagos wanting to go long, trying to find the line.
It was tempting because the defense was moving
Moving
towards the
forward.
net. 23-14. Chisayat. Second serve in a row. Eroa. Side with the kick. Nice Genesis flying. Belen working the middle.
Hello.
Pauline Gaston with the
But
drop
Gaston
ball.
still able to score that one. A miscue between Gagate and Dakis.
Watch this.
I mean, that's smart for Gaston. No other options but to just put that ball over.
Subdivision for CAPITAL1 8 out 24 Nunag in.
I see Cherry Nunag seeing action for the first time.
Serving for the Solar Spikers. Pauline Gaston.
So lumalabas parang si Belen na lang ang natira, no?
Yep.
Saka si Gaston.
All new faces.
Santiago keeps it in play. Side. Santiago. Block!
That's a ball point for Zeus
I mean, you have Gagate and Dakis right in front of you. Well-established net defense, two tall players. Solid rejection there from Gagate.
Robles now replaced. Dakis going out also. Well, the fans got to see Gonzaga and Dakis together again. It's been a while. Set point. And we go into 4.
Of the overseas ball.
Zeus Coffee able to stay resilient in this set. Some of the veterans stepping up, Gonzaga and Ceballos. But Arroyo will deliver the last point.
And we will have the fourth set ready for you shortly, just after this.
Welcome back, Zeus Coffee. Thunderbells able to extend this match 25-15 in the third set, settling that one in 23 minutes. A complete turnaround in the performance of Zeus Coffee. Started strong in the third set. A couple of veterans stepping up. Gonzaga and Ceballos leading the way for the Thunderbells, but it was an all-around better performance for Zeus Coffee. Meanwhile, on the side of the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers, some errors coming from them, killing their own momentum. And not a lot of offensive action also seen on their side, as you see the numbers on your screens. Zeus Coffee having 5 more attack points. They have 15 against the 10 of the Solar Spikers. Meanwhile, Thunderbells also faring better in the blocking, in the serving department. Even in the errors, only 5 errors committed by the Thunderbells. Meanwhile, 7 for the Solar Spikers, who did play clean in the first 2 sets that they were able to win. So right now, Zeus Coffee able to sustain their momentum. But the question is, will CAPITAL1 be able to make the necessary adjustments and bring back that energy and aggressiveness that they did have in the first 2 sets? So far, you have Bella Belen as the leading scorer for CAPITAL1 with 15 points. On the other side, Thea Gagata leading with 11 points.
What a comeback by Zeus, with none other than the veteran Jovelyn Gonzaga providing the scoring sack. And of course, the fans got what they came for, to see Gonzaga and Doc is back on the floor, no matter how briefly.
Yep.
In the meantime, you're right about CAPITAL1. It's up to them to recapture that groove that they had. You know, Zeus is a dangerous team. Huh? You don't want to give them an opportunity here.
They've done that before.
Yes.
They're able
I've
to
seen
come
that.
back.
I've seen that, yeah. Marami rin veterano itong Zeus Coffee. And a lot of young blood. In fact, veterans. You have Ceballos on the floor. And Gonzaga, and with the young blood of Gagate and Montañedo. Here we go, set 4. Belen gets out of the way. Gonzaga. That does not cross. Into the back row we go.
A great presence of mind coming from Nuna. Not wasting any opportunities. Putting the down right away.
And that's what you do. You can't just do it placing.
Yep.
You just don't place it. You gotta hit it through. Into the net we go.
Again, the errors from the service line.
First 2 sets going the way of CAPITAL1. Zeus recovering in that third set. Welcome to the 4th set. Glad you're with us with Ayala Straniero and Kyla Castillo here. Seb Sarmenta reporting to you on our second day of competition. In the meantime, Mondoñedo goes in that direction and gets that to bite. Arroyo has been prolific with 9 points.
Yep. Challenging that net defense of Capital One. Good rebound again.
Yep. Mondoñedo. Ooh, alanganin, Nogales. Oh! Late whistle. Late whistle. Late whistle, but the right one. Yes.
Definitely a floor touch there. Zeus Coffee playing it clean here in the start. Meanwhile, miscues on the side of Capital One.
You know, the hardest thing, you know this, to close the game, even if you're 2 sets up. This is reachable and playable. Belen gets to it. They grapple with it. Mondoñedo goes the other direction. That's blocked. One more time around the neighborhood. Arroyo couldn't get it to score. Belen.
Oh, good stretch from Gagate.
One-handed stab that time by Arroyo. Belen says, gotcha in the middle.
Belen speeding up in that approach. Taking advantage of that gap in between the blockers.
Nunag will serve. That's blocked. Belen. Eroa. Regalo.
Wow, Gonzaga with that save.
And the regalo is denied. Belen. And just hammers that down.
Now Bella Belen again finding the right angle, but take a look at that save of Jovelyn Gonzaga.
Ito, pinukpok na talaga eh. And she has 17 markers in this match. Nunag will serve anew. Tough recovery, but in play. Uh-oh. Chance to attack.
Same angle, same result for Bella Belen.
Last 3 points have all been Belen.
And for Capital One, you want to keep this rotation. Bella Belen, Gaston Jimenez in the front row. You have Shaya Adorador as an option on the back.
And Capital One coming to life here. Scoring the last 4 points.
A great service game so far from Cherry Nunag. Coach Jerry definitely not happy about that last sequence.
Eroa. Eroa unable to handle it, and that is 5 straight from Capital One. We're going to have a timeout by Zeus to stop the bleeding right now. They've fallen behind by 3.
Pagpasok natin, uulitin mo na naman yung play nyo. Anong gagawin natin?
Challenge mo? Challenge mo. Atin ko ngayon, kukunin natin isang ikot lang.
You know, si Jerry, he coaches adults. And what do I mean? He knows that the leaders of the team will take over at this moment. This is his style. So he has Gonzaga, and you saw Gonzaga do the talking.
Yep.
And she's the one motivating. Ooh, look at that. that. Coming out of a timeout, they get a dividend.
And we heard Coach Jerry earlier talking about the play of Mondoñedo and Mondoñedo making the right decision this time.
You know, they've been together for so long. They know each other. Close to the net. And they got that to bite.
Pauline Gaston has been active in the middle as well.
I agree, yes.
Working hard, going in every single time.
And Pauline has a giant smile because she has 10 points as well. And that is scored upon, making it 5-7.
The middles has been lethal here in the start. Nogales also scoring for Zeus Coffee.
Deep pickup downstairs by Mondoñedo. Jovelyn. Orvina. Belen. Nowhere to go.
And that's a good adjustment from Zeus Coffee. Closing down that down the line angle of Bella Belen. But take a look at that save of Mondoñedo.
Yeah. Good position. You know, blocking is both timing and technique.
Yep.
But if you need a point, who are you going to call?
Bella Belen for Capital One.
And the first technical timeout of the fourth is upon us. Belen knocking it down, making it 8-6.
Tune in to the PVL 2026 All-Filipino Conference, and it's still between the Zeus Coffee Thunderbelts and the CAPITAL1 Solar Spikers. Sir Seven Ayel, bahagyang kumulimlim na kanina as we saw the Thunderbelts attempt to dim the Solar Spiker shine. But there's no stopping Bella Belen, and there's definitely no worrying Coach Jorge De Brito. For him, his girls are fighters. And Zeus striking back, he expected this. He even anticipated that this is gonna be a super match. Then again, he isn't panicking. He knows exactly what to do and even what to ask. Because during their huddle, Coach Jorge loudly asked one question: who is winning? To which the girls responded, us. With that, he firmly told the girls, so do not act like you are losing. Don't just say you're winning, feel it, act like it. Let's see if that's enough for the Solar Spikers to dominantly close this one out. Sir Seven Ayel.
And let's see if that turn and way of motivating will rub off on the players. However, they lose out on this point. They now are down. They're still up though, 8-7. But they did lose that last point.
Yep. And Zeus Coffee also fighting hard for every point.
That's on the line.
Cleanest attack so far in this set for Shaya Adorador.
What a game for the veteran. 12 points.
Going high and long, finding zone 6 open.
Gaston back in the service line. Gagate could not puncture that. Cut shot. What a slide that time.
Good save from Mondoñedo.
Eroa keeping it in play as well. Oh, alive! Hello. Gonzaga returned to sender. Gonzaga. Sabi nila, balik ng balik ito.
Another chance. Another good save from Capital One.
Belen all over that middle. Adorador!
Adorador of the hands of
Shaya Adorador stepping up in the long rallies.
Providing the spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. Adorador pocketing 13 points.
Wow.
3-point lead by Capital1. Leading in the set count, 2-1. Problematic.
Yep.
It's out.
Too hard for Mondoñedo. The reason why she did not connect with Dea Gagate on that set.
The first pass was too close to the net.
And right now, some consistency on the service line from Gaston.
Gonzaga receiving. Chased down by Ceballos. Adorador pushed over. And look at this.
Iris Tolinata hits the spot. Timeout.
Zeus will pursue a timeout here. They missed out on the last 4 points.
Ayos mo naman yung bigay. Wala ka na nang binibigyan.
Gonzaga again leading that timeout. Not a lot of words coming from Coach Jerry, but also they needed a timeout. Capital1 making a run right now, so they would want to stop that at this point.
4 straight points by Capital1. Gonzaga helps along.
A good timeout, just a breather also for Zeus Coffee. Again, Gonzaga doing everything at this point for the Thunderbells.
Jovelin with 10.
Oh, miscue.
Okay, that's an adjustment. Gagate gets the corner.
And again, you don't want to commit those miscues because it forces you to give a chance ball. And Zeus Coffee able to capitalize on that.
Gonzaga serve. Adorador receiving. Firing and missing.
Yep. Too high of a set also for Adorador.
And that's 3 straight points by Zeus Coffee. Jurel Singh is going to run in, replace Adorador.
23 out, 14 Singh in.
And look at this. 4 straight points. It's now 11-12.
And the playmaking of Salonada has been predictable here for Zeus Coffee. Well-established net defense against the wing attackers.
That's what's been happening of late.
Yep.
And Belen is in the back row.
Oh, another miscue.
Yeah, a chance to tie it all up, but it won't happen. Belen, Singh, we're tied.
Nothing going well right now for Capital1 after that 4-0 run.
Yeah, and now they have been hit by a 5-0 run. Coach Jorge De Brito will call time.
The receive is there. Let's play. Okay? 1, she's in front. Give her space. We're gonna be 1 with her, 2 by her, 1 surprise from the back. Surprise is surprise. The guys already up to the 1. No replay, and all 3 will be surprised. 8 pass first, 12-7. Okay?
Coach Jorge pointing out the points earlier. 12-7. Zeus Coffee able to make a run. And right now, Coach Jorge De Brito wants an A pass. He wants a perfect pass to Iris Tolenada so they can orchestrate a good offense.
And so that the rotation swings also.
Oof, too tight. Too tight.
And look at this. That's 6 straight by Zeus.
Zeus Coffee.
Lead now in the hands of the Thunderbells.
And Zeus Coffee staying calm all throughout.
Yes. Hindi umiikot ang rotation ng Capital eh.
Yep.
Kasi they have not scored the last 6 points.
Good set.
Belen. When you are in trouble, who do you call?
Bella Belen always ready even from the back row. And take a look at the ball control really. From the back row, just a simple tip.
CAPITAL1, Iris Tolenada.
Tolenada. Ceballos. Agate. Singh. Mondoñedo. Chance to attack. Elevated. Missed. And sometimes the breaks work your way.
Point is a point. Clearly a miscue between Mondoñedo and Gagate, but no
They'll-
sense of urgency
they'll take-
also on the
they'll
side
take
of
it.
CAPITAL1.
14-13.
14-13 with Fiona Cepano serving.
Fiola. The deep corner there. Singh.
Oh,
That's a slap.
yep.
And it's a 2-point lead.
Errors piling up here for CAPITAL1, allowing Zeus Coffee to keep the momentum on their side.
15-13.
That's a miss. And we will take a break for the second technical timeout of set number 4. Zeus Coffee roaring from behind, ahead 16-13. Zeus Coffee creating a 6-0 run in this fourth set. When we stepped out of the technical timeout, it was 8-6 in favor of CAPITAL1. And CAPITAL1 was still leading at 9-7. In fact, all the way to 12-7. And then 6 straight points by Zeus now, giving them the upper hand at 16-13.
We're not seeing the same intensity as CAPITAL1 had in the first 2 sets. Ooh,
Oh,
right on the line there for Fiola Ceballos, who has been going for a lot of long serves.
yes, 17-13 now.
Take a look at the ball drop.
Adorador.
Too close to the net.
Adorador. Oh, gets that to bite.
To the ball, Shaya Adorador.
14 points for Shaya.
Shaya Adorador breaking through the hands that time of Clo Mondoñedo. Right now they rotate and Bella Belen is on the front row.
Mondoñedo. Chance. Back row at work. Belen shoots. Gonzaga receives. Blocked.
On point, Isa Jimenez.
Solid denial there coming from Nunag and Jimenez against Arroyo. Good mark coming from Jimenez.
Peñafiel is back in for Zeus. Here's Adorador, who has played well all night long. 14 points. By the way, Tapia has already been inserted as the alternate libero for Capital One.
So both teams actually maximizing their off-the-bench players.
Because may fatigue nang pumapasok din. 3 straight points now by Capital One. Chance. Denied, but in play. Pushed by Ceballos. Tolenada, Belen. That's out of reach. And we are tied at 17. 4 straight points by Capital One.
And Iris Tolenada exclusively going to Bella Belen in that rally. Again, in between the blockers.
Adorador has been there for a while.
Yep.
Cuts it up.
Chance
3
ball.
ball. Yep. Tapia. Alanganin. Ginawa na lang ng paraan. Chance to reset.
Oh, Bella Belen.
She's leading them back.
Clearly a scoring machine right now for Capital One. No answers from Zeus Coffee.
You know, she's like a storm. It's about to happen and you can't do anything.
Yep.
22 points by Belen. Short serve. Where do you go?
Bella Belen. Not yet this time.
Why not?
At this point, the game plan is to defend and let Bella Belen deliver the points.
Porsyento
Yep.
6-0 run.
I mean, if you have a player like Bella Belen who can score and score, why not?
Adorador still there. That's out.
Ball out.
This has been tough for Zeus Coffee. The serves coming from Adorador has been strategic, but they are not handling it pretty well.
There is a reason why there are short serves.
Yep.
It's also strategic.
Yeah. And they know it's coming short.
Yes. She will most likely do that again. Uh-oh. Gagate bungling it a little. Nunag missing. Gagate. Nunag stretching for it. Who do you call?
Wow. Just wow for Bella Belen.
8 straight points.
I mean, a full display of her volleyball IQ and athleticism
It was
in the past few points.
Sorry, it was 17-13 kanina. And you're right about all her assets, all her strengths. And who do you call? Finally, they get to reject it. Oh, that whizzes by 2 defenders.
Gonzaga and Ceballos with an opportunity to keep that rally alive. Unfortunately, makes a miscue.
Went by them, actually. Adorador has been there forever. And I jinxed it.
No, but Tulinada telling her still a good run.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great show of consistency on the service line.
Well, she decided to play longer this
Yep.
time. And when she was serving short, she was actually getting it in. But 22-18 is the count. Let's see if Zeus has their own run here. Ordina is back. Blocked, but out.
Off the block, Chini Arroyo.
Chini Arroyo utilizing the hands of the blockers. Well, still not a safe lead for Capital One.
No, it's not. Orvina is back in the libero position.
Oh, Bella Belen making it look so easy at this point to deliver the points for Capital One.
You know, Iris Tulinada wants to go home.
Yep.
She's just playing, let's go to Bayer, let's finish this.
And that's just really smart for her to keep going back to Bella Belen. But you have to mention the great defense of the other players as well.
Yeah. Alam mo bakit mahirap i-block si Belen? Ang likot ng kamay. It's her handwork that's creating the angles. When she's in flight, she makes the adjustment. Back row at work. See? She went full throttle. And we are at match point.
It's really the technique of Bella Belen. I mean, the flight of the ball isn't that high, but it's how she chooses her angles.
Match point. Alive. Mondoñedo. It is over, but I think there might be a challenge here. No more. That's it. Jerry has seen enough. His team collapsing here in the end.
I mean, Zeus Coffee did have an opportunity to extend this one into a fifth set, but we have to mention the efforts of Capital One, especially Bella Belen, in terms of scoring to create that gap. I mean, Shaya Adorador also on the service line.
11-2 run. Boy, mostly Bea Belen.
No, but also it's the system, the chemistry shining bright in this match. A lot of players stepping up on the side of Capital One.
They took the first two sets, folded in the third, and they came back, roaring back. In fact, this fourth set was either here or there, actually.
And again, it was a team effort for the Solar Spikers. Have to mention Horvina on that floor defense,
Oh, yes.
especially in the first two sets.
But this is young in the tournament,
Yep.
very, very early.
But this is what they wanted, talking about Capital One starting strong in their first match.
And it's a fourth set victory. Oops, madadapa pa si Gaston. And a big win by Capital One. They were in control for the most part. Kyla has somebody to talk to. Oh, is she ready yet? Not yet.
Yes, Sir Sev and Ayel, I'm now with our best player of the game, none other than Bella Belen of the Capital One Solar Spikers. Magtataka pa ba tayo? But first things first, Bella, congratulations. First game, first win in 2026. Tell us, ano ba yung tumatakbo sa isip mo nung mga final moments where you went berserk?
Siguro iniisip ko lang kung paano pa ako makaka-help sa team kasi meron na kaming chance na ma-close yung game and thankfully nagawa po namin yung game plan namin and I'm very thankful din sa teammate ko kasi hindi sila sumuko, talagang pinakita nila yung best nila para makuha namin yung game today.
Yes, and of course, we gotta talk about your teammates, the added support and the likes of Shaya Adorador, Pauline Gaston, and all of those. How helpful has it been to have this kind of support now in the team?
Siyempre, we're very thankful din kasi meron po kaming mga na-add na players. And malaking tulong sila sa team namin kasi, ayun, mas naging buo yung team namin and talagang inuunti-unti pa namin makuha yung sistema.
And of course, bukod sa iyong roster ng Capital One, kasama din natin ang mga additional teammates nyo na puno ng suporta. What's your message for the supporters of Capital One?
Maraming salamat po sa sumusuporta sa Capital One, sa mga nanonood po sa bahay and dito po. And binabati ko po yung family ko. And eto po sila, yung mga fans namin. Woo! And syempre, binabati ko rin yung Pickle Club ko. Nandun sila sa likod. Ayun sila! So maraming salamat po and see you po next game.
There you have it. Bella Belen, our best player of the game for this match against the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells.
Thank you very much, Kyla Castillo, for patrolling the beat tonight and talking with our best player. What a performance by Bella Belen.
What a performance. 26 points for Bella Belen, 38% attacking efficiency. Just an all-around game for her. But again, it wasn't possible without all the support of her teammates.
Okay, and the crew of Director Al Neri is cueing me and saying that we'll present the schedule now. On Thursday, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a special night. That's the Chocomucho Flying Titans face Signal. And in our second game, it will be PLDT going up against Greenland. Great games today, Ayel.
I mean, a long one. Both games.
But both delicious for all the volleyball fans. Okay, on behalf of all of us here, Ayala Estraniero and Kyla Castillo, Sameta here, saying thank you for joining us and joining us to participate in the beat of the heart of Philippine volleyball, which happens here in the Premier Volleyball League. Good night.